Well, thank you, Hank. That was wonderful. Visions of me in shades of green, smoking, shifting, lazily drifting. Sir Cliff, I miss you so. Time goes by, no wonder my senses go reeling, my eyes so appealing, I see me the whole night through. Oh, when will we meet again, me, myself and I? When will we greet again till we say goodbye? Oh, I remember the days, beautiful days, tenderly gazing at one's image, so amazing. One's whole life starts and ends with Sir Cliff arise. Oh, visions of me in shades so alluring, always assuring me of my sex appeal. Let me steal another glance from me. When will we meet again, me, myself and I? When will we meet again till we say goodbye? Oh, I remember the days, beautiful days, one's almond eyes never a glazing, one's whole life quite a thriller, always ending in the mirror, held high to reflect. Sir Cliff, yeah, let's drink to splendid Sir Cliff. One more time, Hank. Visions of me in shades of green, smoking, shifting, lazily drifting. Sir Cliff, I miss you so. Time goes by, no wonder my senses go reeling, my eyes so peeling, I see me the whole night through. When will we meet again, me, myself and I? When will we greet again till we say goodbye? I remember the days, beautiful days, tenderly gazing at one's image, so amazing, one whole's life. Yes, and on that merry note, we'd like to welcome back our loyal listeners to our popular and perhaps longest running radio series, Blast from the Past. And also a special welcome to our guest of honour tonight, Sir Cliff Richard, who's flown all the way from Britain via Portugal to Indonesia. Welcome, Sir Cliff. Delighted to be here. There's quite a story behind your flight. It's kind of spectacular. Tale of daring do. There was a helicopter from the police, I think, circling or hovering over your mansion in Britain, and they were taking a lunch break, and you thought, well, two can play at that game, and off Sir Cliff went with his companion Hank B. Marvin to accompany him on guitar, of course, tonight. Is that right, Cliff? Oh, yes, that's absolutely right. We just listened to your wonderful kind of revision of visions of me, myself, and I. Usually a song you used to say goodbye or farewell even to your fans over the world. You've made lots of tours, perhaps even more than Frank Sinatra, to say goodbye, and you're still going strong. The voice sounds better than ever, and we've got Frankie Paradiso here in the studio to sing a song about your career. He'll make it up on the spot. If you give him a few keywords, he'll sing a song. Yes, absolutely. I'd love to hear him sing a kind of biographical song, of course, and if he could incorporate perhaps the following concepts or keywords. How about Harry Webb, my original name? I came from an Anglo-Indian family, and you know, of course, I'd like to honour them by including that name in the song, Harry Webb, before I became Cliff Richard. And also the many snide remarks people made in my youth, because I resembled a kind of Indian Tarzan that was popular in the movies of the day, and perhaps something about helicopters hovering over my mansion, my estate in England, my beloved England, which I left for Barbados, where I became naturalized citizen, for which I ought to have married a local, and I, you know, clarified to the authorities that I'd only had one partner all my life, and that's always been me, myself, and I, as I just sang. So I've had a long-lasting love affair, and I thought, let's just play it straight and tell the authorities that I married myself, basically. Well, that's amazing. Frankie, do you think you can kind of build a song around that? That would be wonderful. Here we go. It's Frankie Paradiso, and the song title will be Bachelor Boy Blues. Take it away, Frankie Paradiso. And you owe us one story, Sir Cliff. How did you make it all the way? It's like 20,000 kilometers from England to Indonesia. Didn't you run out of fuel? How did you solve that problem? Oh yes, it was a remarkable stroke of luck, really. Hank, my guitar player and loyal bandmate, The Shadows, of course, thought of bringing rum along, and you know, several barrels of lovely drink from Barbados, kind of alcoholic beverage, but we, you know, every now and then we ought to blow off some steam, and so we've got these kind of 5 barrels of rum, and so when we ran out of fuel, we just poured it into the tank, and you know, made it all the way to Bandung, where Frankie Paradiso, my new pal, is based. That's it. Well, Sir Cliff, that's a very ingenious way of resolving all those kind of technical hitches. Here we go, Frankie Paradiso's Bachelor Boy Blues. Thank you all for coming to the studio, and let's have a little nightcap later on. There's still some rum left, I believe. Oh yes, it was a splendid idea. Thank you. Oh yes, and one more thing, if you don't mind. Okay, please go ahead, Sir Cliff. It's recent allegations or accusations, whatever one wants to call them, against my integrity, accusing me of molestation back in the mid-80s, I believe, are beyond insanity. I remember very well that the Reverend Billy Graham came up with lots of catchy slogans like "Don't get your kicks on Route 666," quoting the Bible, and get a kick out of reading the Bible, the Holy Book. And I was game. I mean, game. Yes, I used to kick soccer balls, footballs into the audience just for fun, right, to illustrate this kind of expression using get a kick out of Bible reading. And at one point, unfortunately and really kind of willy-nilly, one of those soccer balls hit a teenager right between the eyes, and he lodged a complaint. We kind of apologized and settled out of court, and I thought, at the time, I thought that was that, and you know, never hear any more about it. And turns out that quite recently this kind of elderly man, meantime a middle-aged man, had read somewhere that I'd sold more singles, more 45 RPM records, that is for the CD buying public, than anybody else, including Elvis Presley, my main inspiration to enter the music biz. And so perhaps he thought, there must be a pretty penny out there in Portugal, Barbados, and where elsewhere. I might as well give it a try, and that's why I flew all the way here to Indonesia, 25 hours, the chopper, with lots of rum, and we'll get over it, I'm sure. Thank you very much. As a boy I kept hearing endless night remarks, so defenseless and meek I would hide out in parks. As a teenager Harry Webb was smitten by the king, combed his quiff to strut his stuff, and made his heart sing. If you're no friend of our sweet Lord, you ain't no friend of mine, no, no. Those hellies full of spies and ghastly geezers surely stepped way out of line, oh yeah. They're hunting down barbarians while I'm happy to be Barbadian. They're all barking up the tree of hearsay and slander. What's good for their goose may turn out bad for this gander. Rummaging through my drawers, finding snapshots of only silly me, crossing myriad borders. I've been in love with myself since 1963. Yeah, I had a crush on myself that set me free to be lovely. Bachelor boy forever. Oh yeah, come on, Hank. Bachelor boy forever. Bachelor boy forever. Bachelor boy forever.
Sure does, buddy.